Hey friends, this is Eunice. Thank you for joining me today. Today I just wanted to share about taking time to gain a vision for your motherhood. So I'm just going to start by sharing from Proverbs 29:18, and this is in the King James Version. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And I think that's so true in every area of our life, but especially in the area of parenting, because you really need a long-term vision in terms of just taking care of your family. Because if you think about it, okay, your baby comes into the world, your entire life is flipped upside down, and you are finding a new normal. I would say for myself, I know in the beginning years, I was just in survival mode. I was like trying to get a nap. I was trying to make sure my family was fed and bathed and that they had clean clothes. Those were accomplishments to me in the beginning years. But in reality, if we don't have a vision of why we do those things, we get burnt out so quickly because we need hope. The reality of it is with our children, we are planting seeds that take a long time to bear fruit. So think about it. Let's say a fruit tree. When you start with a fruit tree, you start with, okay, I just read about this on the internet. I don't actually know this in real life, but you plant a seed. The seed needs a lot of nurture, meaning water, needs a lot of sunlight, and then as it grows, it still takes many years to bear actual fruit, to be, edible fruit off the tree. And so I think about our children in the same way, is that it takes many years before we see the fruit of our labors as parents. I think a lot of days when my kids were little and I'd be changing yet another diaper, or I'd be potty training them, or I'd be, feeding them yet another meal where half gets on the floor and half is in their mouth or something, or when I'm sweeping the floor again for another time that day. And you wonder, hey, does anything I do matter? Have I accomplished anything today? But I think when we keep that vision for our motherhood in front of us, in our hearts, that we can refer back to it when we're really feeling like we need hope, when we're really feeling discouraged about, hey, does this matter? When I was in college, I actually went to this retreat and it really made an impact on me because the pastor was talking about I think he got this from that book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he said, picture your funeral and picture who you want to be in attendance at your funeral and what you would want them to say about you. And I think about that in terms of motherhood, especially because in reality, I think something that really helped redirect my heart in the hard days and in the early years was like, when I was feeling down in the dumps, does anything matter? And then I think about my children and I'm like, man, do I want them to reflect back on their childhood and think of their cranky, grumpy mother who was just tired all the time and like barking orders at them? Or do I really want my kids to know how much I treasured them? And even though there were hard, tired days, that I still took time to love them and hug them and tell them they were doing a good job. Those were the kinds of things that the Lord used to redirect my heart. Because the reality is, without that kind of vision, meaning long-term vision of how your kids are going to be, we lose sight very easily as human beings of, does this matter right now? Like, I'm so discouraged, Lord. I'm exhausted. I'm doing this chore again, or I'm teaching maybe this math problem again to my kid. Or I know for me, it was like, I'm teaching this, this reading example again to my kid. Are they ever going to like catch on? But the reality of it is as we nurture the seeds, as we keep watering the seeds, as we keep giving sunlight to the seeds, that there is something happening in the soil. And that plant is definitely going to grow if we keep at it. And so I would say that with our parenting, I just want to encourage you, if you are discouraged this week, to really just take time with the Lord and really just ask the Lord, Lord, partner with Him. Lord, what do you want to do in my kids' lives? And also reflect in your own hearts, what kind of house do I want my kids to remember our home to be? Is it going to be a warm, nurturing home where, mistakes are repented for, we can forgive each other even if we fight, that we can love each other and give each other hugs and say, I'm sorry when we've made a mistake? Is that the kind of home that we are going to cultivate, or is it going to be one that's just surviving every day? And in that survival, just making it without any vision, without any hope, with just great discouragement. And so I just want to encourage everyone to just reflect on that this week, because I have 4 teenagers now, and it is amazing how the little things that I did when they were small really have made a big impact in their lives. And I'm seeing that now as they get older. So I just wanted to encourage you guys with just think about that long-term vision. And really, as you gain that, I really believe that you will have a lot of hope and grace in your household, and that I really just bless you in that, because I believe that really it's the strength in our homes that is going to launch our kids into their calling and into the world, that they will just have strength to be able to stand in this world. And so I bless you with that thought. I hope that you have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.